sending data, y'all. My good loving humans. Here we are, ready to be completely present, ready to keep the main thing. Travelers up the street called trust, headed to the ultimate destination that is the Tower of Power, that is the understanding of self. Here we are, taking action, climbing into our super suits, making the proactive choice of planting our feet in front of us and saying that freedom is at our feet, that we can be free from the past and unafraid of the future because we are practiced at being present. Here we are, my good humans, flexing that willpower muscle as we engage in this beautiful habit together with our minds separate yet one, as we set the container. So a while back I had shared this concept of radical acceptance. Good morning, Miss Sarah. This concept of radical acceptance. This is a way in which we can show up for difficult conversations. And when we hear something that triggers us, when we hear something that makes us feel compelled to react, what we do is we accept the situation without judgment or reaction. Now, as you may recall, this does not mean that we agree. Oh, no, it does not mean that we agree. Put another way, when you accept in this way, radically, it means that you are standing in the space in between stimulus and response. That is the center of your circle, everyone. If we think briefly about the previous principle, remember that the sure way to not get through to the other person is to ignore the emotion of yourself and the other person, and that means that you're going to be acting destructively. To ignore emotions means that we act destructively. Acting with radical acceptance prevents us from reacting with impulsivity or with destructive behavior. And now, I really want to stay with this emotional thing, right? Because I am all about this wheel of emotions right now, my good humans. I am so deeply into it. I'm thinking about it all day long because all that I'm talking about right now is directly connected to the weight that I, as a human being trying to do good, am feeling when I think about how I'm trying to help people better communicate. So, all of that said, I gotta move us. I have to move us. And I'm moving us to a good place. Because the next principle of changing the conversation from within is to be able to differentiate between acknowledgement and agreement. Now here's the thing. Each and every time we create an image here, we put that into the universe that is us, into the space inside of us, right? We can use it later on as a guide to help us in the trek of differentiating between acknowledgement and agreement when we're standing in that space where we've accepted that, is whatever's happening, is this really popping off? Is this person really saying to me what they're actually saying to me? And I gotta respond to this right now, right? In that space, we use these images that we've created here as a way to connect to those responses. What do you mean, Michael? Pray tell, what does that mean? Well, in order to get to an acknowledgement, anytime there is an acknowledgement, in order to get to any sort, any time that we need agreement, we must first have some sort of acknowledgement. And my good humans, I am talking about the biggest arguments. I am talking about the biggest social issues, religious issues, or otherwise. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. If you're standing in the center of your circle and you're in that space of radical acceptance, and you know that you have to respond and you are using the images that we've created here together, then I believe. I want to believe. So say we all. That is the space where you can acknowledge what you are hearing. You can bring it into your experience. And that is the difference between acknowledging that someone is saying something to you that potentially you disagree with and agreeing. So now, just to be clear, this is kind of easy when we don't have like a real beef, right? When we don't have like a real visceral or corporeal reaction to what something somebody may be saying to us. And when we don't, what I'm talking about here is the hate, that feeling that we have, that we can't believe that the other person is saying something that we so know it is against everything that we believe. We want to fight. We want to resist. We become further and further divided, however, further away from any semblance of unity. And as a reminder, my good humans, we need the other person. We need the other party in order to get to a place, to an agreement. We too often do the opposite. We too often do not even attempt to acknowledge the other person in any way, other than with immediate resistance. We will never get anywhere this way. Well, we'll get one place. We'll get to a divided reality. And I think that we're all experiencing that divided reality right now. Indeed. So this is what I mean. This usually means that we have to radically accept the situation. We have to go into our own space in between the stimulus and the response and find the image, that place where you can have a moment of peace and ground yourself to your truth. Stop for a moment here and consider why this is such a vital step. Ask yourself, how does it feel to be heard? How does it feel to be understood? My goodness, it is one of the foundational needs in the hierarchy of needs. How does that feel? How do we get there from here? We go within, into our best selves, with beginner's minds, with patience, with faith, and with devotion, rather than indifference, rather than impatience, rather than mistrust. Let us become who we were meant to be today. This meditation seeks to help you let go of the resistance. It seeks to connect you to the universe that is you. It seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before, deeper and deeper into the epicenter of your circle. Because a focused mind is a concentrated mind, and a concentrated mind is a satisfied mind. So say we all. I know that I want to believe, and as I'm looking down at my screen, I'm seeing that I think I'm frozen. So I don't know. Am I frozen? Oh, okay, I think I'm good. Brilliant. Righto. Here we go, y'all. Let us transition now from treatise to breathing. Let us get to that place where we can, with eyes wide open, begin to center our bodies. We're going to breathe deep, in through the nose, out through the mouth, or what you will, whatever works for you, really. These are going to be diaphragm breaths. We're going to fill the diaphragm, filling it up like an accordion, breathing into the diaphragm, expanding the diaphragm, up in the air, up into the chest, and up into the head. As you do, a light pause at the top and a free fall down. Do not feel the need to expel the air. We're not trying to hyperventilate here. And this may make you a little lightheaded or a little nauseous, and that's okay. That's okay. You will survive. Proof positive to probably that in some way you're not breathing deeply throughout the day, and we should all be checking in now and again on our breath, recentering ourselves as the day is long. If you're seated, your feet are to the floor and your palms can be in your lap or at the tops of your legs. If you're lying down, each limb could be touching a surface. If you're in the lotus position, I dare say you know what to do. And away we go with eyes wide open, completely aware of the walls and the windows, breathing deep and release. 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 One more time, breathing deep and release. This time, allow the breath to fold into your physiology. Oh, I got some pins and needles. Allow the eyes to close at your own pace. Allow your attention to go on to the body, the object form, the outer membrane, starting with our lower limbs as we have them, if we have them, what we have. Feet, ankles, toes, fascia of the soles, the calves, knees and joints, long hamstrings, weighty quads, thick glutes, squeezing down, drawing in, holding tight all together, tightly wound. Focused attention, creating tension, overriding the tension. And when you have it all together, let go. Let what you have fall away. Find the root. Find the line of the chakra, the spine, the sacral and solar plexus, the heart center. As you have them, if you have them, what you have, the rib cage, the brain belly, the miles of digestive tract. Take hold that root. Draw in the abdomen. Squeeze down pectoral. Hold the torso. Focused attention. Creating tension, overriding tension. And when you have it all together, let go. Feeling the release, the outer membrane falling away. Find now the shoulders, the upper back, the neck. As you have them, if you have them, what you have, the biceps and triceps, the forearms, the wrists, the palms, the digits. All together, draw them in. Holding tight this stress center, creating attention, focused attention, override the tension. And when you have it all together, oh, let go. Feel it fall away. And go now with the supersuit on to don the helmet up into the head. As you have them, if you have them, what you have, eyes and sockets, ears and lobes, teeth, tongue, gums, skin of the cheeks, the throat, follicles of hair, the sinus and crown, squeeze down, drawing in, creating tension, focused attention. And when you have it all together, let go. Let go. feel the vibration of the tone, the reverberation of voice, letting go of the object form and feeling the inner body, the mind's eye, and the sunshine that is beaming from your pocket. Letting go of each distraction, of each thought bubble, release without attachment. Letting go to the center of your circle. And feeling the expanse of your self-awareness, feeling the vastness of this moment of self-control, this moment of focused attention. As consciousness rises in you, filling the entirety of your sphere of influence. As you use your will in this moment to choose imagination, to be the artist of you, the creator of an image. Each artist uses an instrument, be it pen, brush, chisel, guitar, drum, voice. Choose the instrument for now. And with long, smooth strokes, strums, or hums, create the image of a vast field full of foliage and flowers. Let the colors come. Let the tones tell you this endless field, this field of peace. As you flow, you connect to the connection that flows inside of you, to the electric surging free, to the universe that is you. The cosmic you. You set this scene, you create this scene, this image. And now, with the scene set, allow it to float in the expanse that is all around you. Let go that instrument. Let go imagination. Let go of will. And in your awareness be. Before, be for the first time. Be with your creation, and in its complexity is simplicity. holding it up to the sunshine that is beaming from your pocket. Begin to smooth it into a ball that will exist as a universe inside of you. Holding this ball out in front of you now. One more time, peer in to the scene and see this vast field of peace, and release the ball, allowing it to drop and splash into the center of your circle. And as it splashes down, let go of all you do not know. Let go of all that you may not understand. Let go of all that you cannot control, because that is okay. And as you feel that ripple, as you feel it pushing forth, feel the pulsing. Feel the growing of your circle expanding from your acceptance, and in affirmation say, I will use my self-awareness to focus on what I can control. I will use my will to focus on what I can control. I will use my imagination to focus on what I can control. I will use consciousness to focus on what I can control. I am the programmer, and this is my program. This is the space in between the stimulus and the response, where I stand in the center of my circle, where I have the freedom to choose my responses. I want to believe, so say we all. And now, call your attention back to a light breath, and with a breath light, allow the world back into your head and neck and shoulders. And with a light breath, attention on a breath light, allow the world back into the heart center, calling attention back to a breath light and a light breath. Take hold of your root, and as you have them, if you have them, what you have, the brain belly, the upper and lower limbs, call your attention. And at your own pace, begin to open your eyes. Begin to focus on you, the you of now, the sharpened you, the focused you, the you that is not broken, the you that is not the drop in the ocean, the you that is the ocean in the drop, and the we that is the tide. Welcome back, my good humans. Welcome back. If you have that cold water, do drink it down. If you have the time, please spend the time writing down. What does that field look like? How will you use that field later on today to be more capable of acknowledging those that you may disagree with, and finding a way to radically accept the situation so that you can stand in the center of your circle, so that you can choose to respond. Write it down, my good humans. Write it down. Oh my goodness, this is so very near and dear to me. See, I turned the corner on that investigation of our wheels of emotion. I'm on to this other thing. Indeed, indeed, we all need to be on to this other thing. We all need to find the space to be able to radically accept the situations that we find ourselves in, so that we can find the threads, so that we can work together to have more healthy relationships, to build community, to find peace. My good humans, my good humans. The song today is Sam Cooke, Bring It On Home, as done from around the world. Songs of change. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. I love you all individually and as a group. If you need me, reach out to me and I will do my best to be there. Yeah. Remember that this is where we are observing ourselves without evaluating our being, and that is the highest form of intelligence, as Krishnamurti says. I dare say, let's push the envelope, Krishnamurti, and let's say it is also the highest form of consciousness. It is what it means to be collectively. Peace and love, my good humans. Peace and love. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Is it like already another week has gone by? My goodness. My goodness. Stay safe. Peace and love.